Ladies and gentlemen, we are here live on week 3 of the Big Blue crossover. We got a lot to talk about. A gut-wrenching loss against the Dallas Cowboys, but the Giants showed up in a way that we haven't seen them shown up in quite a bit. So we got a lot to unpack, man. As you know, we got my guy TP Way, the Giant, in the building, man. What's going on, TP?
Yo, man. I really don't know how to feel. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm, yeah. I'm gonna try to talk my way through my feelings here, man. This is kind of like the first time that I fully discussed, this start, this
Yeah.
madness that we are in, man. So let's try to see
Listen,
what we come out with.
that's what we're here to do. We're here to unpack a lot of things that went on in that first game, and then we're also diving in a little bit to the Chiefs the next matchup, man. We got Sunday Night Football against the Chiefs, man. We're both going in 0-2. I don't think anyone would have thought that we would both be 0-2. Maybe the Giants, but not the Chiefs. So we'll be diving into that, man. But let's talk about what happened with the New York Giants and the Cowboys, man. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Make sure you drop some chats once you're in the building. Ask them some
Yup.
questions. We read every chat. And we're going to start unpacking, man. So we got the Giants against the Cowboys. The Giants lost 37-40. After the Giants couldn't score a single touchdown in their week 1 matchup, they went out and put up 37 points. And you would think that's enough to get it done. But unfortunately, it just wasn't. Unfortunately, it was not. Russell Wilson had a career day, threw for 450 passing yards. He had Wandale with a career day, over 100 and I think over 130 receiving yards. Malik Neighbors had his 2 touchdowns and 167 yards. All these things you would have heard, and you thought the Giants would win, and they didn't. They didn't get it done, man. What is your reaction off of that loss? And we talked about it that morning. We had Big Blue crossover that Sunday morning prior to the game. Talked about some key things that ended up showing into fruition in the game. I questioned Wandale Robinson. Wandale Robinson shut me up real quick. You even spoke on it with the Giants looking lackluster 1 week and then bursting onto the scene, 37 points a week 2. So what is your thoughts from that matchup?
I mean, honestly, it confirmed a lot of the things that I've been preaching. I mean, I need everybody to make sure that they go see that Big Blue crossover stream that he was referring to right before the game. Because if you go back and listen, a lot of the things that I've been saying was just right on. One of the things was everyone trying to move on and give up on Russell Wilson. I told everybody, listen, man, there is a bag that Russell Wilson can get into, and just as a veteran, it is exactly what we need for this offense. But the main ingredient is our coaching staff. Our coaching staff has to put these players in the best position to succeed, and that is what we seen offensively, in that Dallas game. Also talked about Wandell. People in the chat and things like that was kind of, giving up on Wandell Robinson. I said, listen, there is a skill set to be had with Wandell, and if schemed properly, if utilized right, Wandell can be effective. And look what we have. Week 1, Wandell was okay. Week 2, Wandell has a really good game. I mean, I don't like to be this right all the time because like it just like it kind of just makes it seem like a lot of the times when I'm saying things, it makes it seem like I'm just fanboying. But the truth of the matter is, man, like I say in my slogan, I'm never lying. Okay, sometimes defiant, sometimes my text goes against the grain, but I just see things, man, and it just pans out that way. So it does confirm the possibilities of what we can be. But the sad part is, man, is that I don't think we have the coaching staff that is capable of getting us to where, you know, our highest potential and where I think we belong. So that's really what the Dallas game really taught me. It confirmed a lot of things.
Yeah, man, there's literally a lot to unpack, but a lot of things we talked about. Once again, if you told me all these things will reign true, man, the Giants should have walked away with this game. Shout out to Players for Keeps, man, making a great point. Juke, the defense let Russ down. If Russ continues to play like this, I can see the Giants getting a wild card spot. The defense got to play a lot better to be able to get that, but I agree with you, man. Russ flipped the switch and played completely different. And obviously, defensive assignments call for different game plans, right? The Giants clearly saw something where they can attack the ball down the field. We called for it in that on TP. If anyone wants to watch it, man, TP Way the Giants channel, definitely check it out. The It was prior to Sunday's game. We talked about also all off season throwing the ball down the field, throwing the ball down the field. First matchup, we didn't see that against the Commanders. We saw a lot of it. Probably the most that we've seen in the last 6 years as a Giants fan. We've never seen them attack the ball vertically like they did that day. And once again, I just leaving the Cowboys with 19 seconds to tie the game, and they end up doing so is a fireable offense, man. A lot of people are calling for Shane Bowen's job after that performance. Obviously, giving up 40 points, they still had to went out and play in overtime, and overtime was a different story. But giving up a field goal with 19 seconds left is sick. It's sick work, and a lot of people are giving. Obviously, they're critical about what happened, right? And I think what everyone can kind of align with is that we wanted the defense to play a little more aggressive in that manner. It's only 19 seconds. They're going to try to get rid of the ball fast, but we had all our guys lined up, I think, at the 50-yard line. I'm seeing people tweet about. We had them backed up 10 yards off the nearest guy. It just was too soft. And when they have a kicker like they have, Brandon Aubrey, probably one of the best kickers, if not the best kicker in the league right now, that 63-yarder looked good from 70. It really did. It wasn't even like in there by a little bit. It was in there by a lot. So when you think about us matching up with the Cowboys, I think we exploited some things on their defense. But what are your other thoughts from the Cowboys overall?
Well, I want to piggyback off what you said because I'm gonna put a name on that bullet, man. Coach Shane Bowen doesn't deserve to be the New York Giants defensive coordinator. Absolutely terrible job by him, man. Like it honestly, I don't know if it's a big ego trip by him. I don't know what it is, man. But for him to just be so unaware of the situation that we were in, particularly in the last 19 seconds of the game, absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. We basically gave them that middle of the field for them to kick that field goal. I can't blame it on the players. I seen the intensity, the hustle, the players actually, playing hard and doing a lot of things right. It was a terrible just showing by Coach Shane Bowen. And if we were coached properly, this game looks a lot different. A lot different.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you hit the nail right on the coffin, man. Shout out to Jabari in the chat, man. 0-2 once again. Agreed. I didn't pick up the Cowboys defense and I won my week, so thank y'all for that. But same old Giants. We did tell you, man, don't pick up the Cowboys defense and you would have
Well,
had negative
Jabari,
points.
I wanna say this though. I wanna say this. It's not the same old Giants. And that's the sad part about it all. It's because the same old Giants doesn't have the intensity in the locker room that we are seeing. I mean, defensively, we had guys out there playing hard. And they were at times they were playing good defense. Off top. I mean, shout out to Drew Phillips. A great game. Kayvon Thibodeau, good game. Brian Burns, good game. We have players that are out there looking good. And the locker room seems like it is a locker room that mindset. Their mindset is they're hungry. And that is not the mindset of the same old Giants. Unfortunately, the same old Giants is in the leadership roles, is in the coaching staff. And I see my man Cruzan in there saying can't blame Bowen for players being in position just missing tackles. No, you're not going to see a perfect game. It happens. It's the NFL. But what I can say is this: these guys went out there and played hard. They made stops. They did a lot of things well. I'm not saying they played perfect, but schematically, I feel like it was the biggest downfall, and that's the disheartening part, man. Is that I just don't feel like it is the same old Giants in the locker room. The
Yeah.
coaching staff and above is where it's
I think
unfortunate.
I think what a lot of us are fed up with is ultimately the Giants are, I feel like this team's had multiple different teams, but same results when it comes down to it, right? 0-2 is 0-2, unfortunately. And I think people are looking at the upcoming schedule, which we talked about. Do we see the Giants sneaking out a win? They got to pull one out. They have to pull one out, but we're 0-2. I think the stat right now is the 10th time in 13 years. That's insane. 10th time in 13 years is insane to
It's
be
crazy,
0-2, man. And granted,
crazy.
like there's so much more of the year to go, but to start off terrible again, when every year we focus on starting out fast, beating the division, being a divisional opponent. We had two. We're down 2 games in the division. It stinks. And I think when you look at it for this Giants defense specifically, the Cowboys, I think, like, is a perfect storm for us to play against. And when I say a perfect storm, I mean because they dropped back a lot. Dak Prescott threw the ball, I think, 50 times in this game. For a team that wants to get after the passer, perfect scenario. I think it was a crazy game that really could have went either way. No, nobody saw. I think the fourth quarter, we entered the fourth quarter down 1 point, 17-16, and we ballooned it all the way to 37 points each team. That's a number that I don't think anyone would have guessed would have happened. But I think the defense was gassed in the second half. I really do. We started off really well. We had Dak Prescott under wraps for the most part. We
Yeah,
were sacking the quarterback, but that fourth quarter, and likewise for the Cowboys defense. I mean, the Cowboys defense didn't stop the Giants offense either. We'll talk about it, but that Russell Wilson interception, it's not really a great play on the defense. It's Russell Wilson had a bad play, and it was a bad play in the wrong time. Won't kill Russ for it because Russ had an insane game, a game that we haven't seen from a quarterback. Once again, 3 passing touchdowns, 450 yards, hitting guys deep. That deep ball to Malik Neighbors to take the lead with 50 seconds left, or 25 seconds left to be exact.
that's supposed to be it.
That's supposed to be it. You're supposed to win the game off of that. You need one more stop from your guys, and I think Bowen and the team, both of them kind of just folded, man. Um, Talk about the good for a second, man. We talked about Tyrone Tracy a little bit. I talked about how he kind of looked slow out there, and the Giants pretty much sent him down. He didn't start to start the game. They threw out Singletary. You saw Scatabo. You didn't see Singletary, I believe, till like later in the second quarter. And still after that, you saw Scatabo get, a lot more of a feature in this offense. How do you feel about Scatabo's performance? And do you think Tyrone Tracy's kind of in the doghouse at the moment? You think he's going to be, tapped out a bit?
Well, I mean, a lot of the times, unless you're Malik Neighbors, when you speak up against this coaching staff, things like this happen. I'm gonna be honest with you. When Tyrone Tracy last week, when he, said publicly that he wasn't a fan of, the utilization of, I guess the running game or whatever it was that he said, the play calling, all in all.
He
The
believed
sing-
he believed at the 1 yard line we should have ran the ball. That's exactly what he said.
and I 100% agree with him, but no matter if it is the truth or not, it's been shown that you can't speak up like that. And I think this was a result of like giving Tyrone Tracy a pow pow moment. The only thing about it is when you have Cam Scatterbo, looking as good as he is, no one's really going to combat it, and that's just one of the unfortunate things, man. But hopefully, I mean, I really think we're more effective just continuing to be that 1-2 punch. But offensive line, man, if we could just get that push up front, if we could just clear some holes, I mean, really, this running game could be vicious with both Tyrone Tracy and Cam. But Cam Scatterbo, man, for the most part, man, he really did impress me. I think he had himself a really good game. The only knock that I could really give him off the top of my head was him dropping that fourth down conversion. But outside of that, man, he just played with heart, and that's all I really ask for, man, from players. Is are you going to play with heart and intensity and just full maximum effort? And that's what we get out of Cam Scatterbo. So I mean, he's all good in my book, man, and I just hope that he continues, to play in this type of style, man, going forward.
Yeah, I think that drop on fourth down was a bad drop, especially because it was right in his hands. It wasn't a easy play, but it was a play that was right in his hands. You look at that decision though, and when you go tied into overtime, and granted, you never know what could happen. That was points that we kind of took off the board for ourselves, man. That was right after the Dak interception. We picked off Andrew Phillips with a great interception on Dak. We go for it on fourth down instead of kicking for it. And some people there'll be some people in the fan base that if we kicked the field goal, they would have wished that we went for it. Kind of taking away,
Me.
run away with the touchdown. So you look at that, but when you go tied into overtime and you think those 3 points could have made a difference, it's not necessarily true that the game would have turned out that way, but maybe those 3 points would have been valuable, man. So all in all, Scadaboo catches the ball. It's not even a conversation. We're probably walking away with any points. Um, but Scadaboo, in terms of his contact balance, it's insane. The guy does not get down by one player. I saw someone tweet is going on Twitter right now saying that Donovan Wilson and Scadaboo were matching up head to head as a heavyweight fight. It wasn't even a fight. Scadaboo was running this guy over every single play. The guy
Facts.
cannot bring him down by himself at all.
Facts.
I
And I mean, to your point about the field goal situation, is listen, man. We gotta really just get rid of that soft mindset of just trying to survive games and need to be aggressive to win games. To me, whether we kick the field goal or not, that don't really tell anything. If anything, we got to talk about that drive where we have James Hudson, absolutely killing us. If anything, that's the drive that you really talk about. But you can't really woulda, coulda, shoulda yourself to death, man,
exactly.
because I don't think that is how the game. That's not how football works. Unfortunately, um, I think it's more or less, man, just again putting us in the right spot, man, to succeed. That's my main thing, and I could live with the fact that I think it was a good play call. Just we didn't execute on that one, but I'm not mad at it. I like the aggressive style.
Players execute, and it's a whole different story. If he catches that ball, like I said, we probably walk away with points. So next time, we just need Scat Pack to catch the ball. I do think he's going to be featured a lot more. I do think so. I can't necessarily say he's going to be RB1, but there's no reason this guy shouldn't be at least matching the amount of carries as Tyrone Tracy right now. Because the offensive line is not doing any of them a service right now.
Right.
Cam, when he had that long run, I believe for around 30 yards almost, that was after Jackson Dart was inserted. He made his debut, and everyone bit on Jackson Dart taking
Yeah.
that quarterback read option. And
Yeah.
that's exactly what I talked about. Once again, TP Away the Giants channel, tap in. That big blue crossover, I'm telling you, we talked about a lot of things in that matchup. But I told you, it feels like when Jackson Dart was in the offense was ran differently. We saw a read option got set up by Russell Wilson early in the game, where Russell Wilson pulled it, took it off to the left, slid down after 2 yards. They were in the same exact play, but with Jackson Dart. Everyone bid on Jackson Dart because they knew, hey, they threw him in, they're going to use him. That didn't happen. Scatterboot runs up the middle. I think it was good play calling from the offense overall for the most part of the game, and they really exploited that defense. That defense is not good. And I was trying to tell people in that game, man, that defense, there's nobody on that D-line that scares you. The DBs are frauds. Trayvon Diggs got worked by Neighbors with safety
This,
coverage
and
over
the
him.
safety play was terrible. It was
Terrible.
absolutely terrible.
The guys are running down the field, taking up the seam every play, and they just couldn't catch on to it whatsoever. Best believe, will the Giants have as volatile of a deep passing game as this one? I think it's hard to ask to replicate this performance, but at least we know that we can complete those. Neighbors was double covered, outran the double coverage, and still got that touchdown to take the lead, man. And once again, we talked about it. That should have been a dub, but here we go. Y'all exactly got a good team coming this year from a Dallas Cowboys fans. No, they aren't frauds. Which part was frauds? I might have missed that part.
They're talking about their secondary.
Oh,
Um,
I
but
don't know.
you know what though? Again, when they're bad, I get on them. So when they're good, I'm gonna keep the same energy, man. I just really think offensively, what we did schematically, I liked a lot, man. I liked a lot. Throughout the game, you could see us with a lot of curl, a curl patterns, a lot of curl action going on, man. Just with us trying to find empty holes in the zone, and then how we were able to get that touchdown from Wandell was playing off of that. So throughout the game, in order for us to get a first down, you would have somebody just getting in that empty zone, simple curl route, boom, we give them the ball, first down, or maybe right short of a first down. You do that all game. Then you get to the point to where, okay, you do the same thing. You have Darius Slayton, Malik Neighbors. They run that curl pattern. And what does that do? The safety sees that and it freezes him because he sees Malik Neighbors right in the trying to get in that empty spot of the zone. Darius Slayton was wide open in the other side on the empty spot of the zone. So you have people biting on that. That allowed Wandell Robinson to fly right under their nose and take advantage of them biting on the curls that was being set up throughout the whole game. Schematically, brilliant. And then we got six off of that. And that's the type of thinking power that I like to see from Kafka. I don't know what that was in Washington,
Yeah,
but it's if we could continue with that theme of things, I absolutely love it. What you just mentioned, I mean, throwing Jackson Dart in there, I do feel like ultimately they was forcing it. They overcooked it. They did it way too much, but I
100%.
liked what he did there. Bought Jackson Dart in there. Everybody's thinking, okay, he's in here. They must be utilizing him for something. Well, okay, take all eyes on Jackson Dart. Cam Scatterbo right there, misdirection. So like the creativity, it was more like just a better scheme overall that we seen offensively from Kafka, and it showed. It showed.
Yeah, man. When you think about the defensive performance, giving up 40 points is not good. I think the D line was gas, like I alluded to earlier, and that kind of results in them putting up 40 points. This Cowboys offense is good. That's the one thing I will say. The Cowboys offense is good. Dak looks really good. He always looks good against the Giants, but he looks really good in general. I just truly think when it came down to it, that field goal is what killed us. I mean, going up late in that manner, you got to win the game. The moment we went into overtime, I'm like, I don't know if these guys can put something together again in overtime. And somehow, some way, the defense did get two stops. They stopped the Cowboys twice. But that interception, you alluded to it before we jumped on here, man. You let me know that you watched the All 22. What are you thinking after watching the All 22, specifically in overtime? I know
Yeah.
that interception by Russ is going to be what everyone looks at. But what are you thinking overall with how we performed in overtime and overall, like your thoughts on
Man,
overtime?
I think that if you let that be the tell sign of the game, then you really are doing a disjustice to what Russell Wilson actually did out there, man. Like what we expected to see from Russell Wilson as far as the deep ball ability was on display. I mean, he made it so easy, and this is coming from somebody who played a little receiver. So like he made it so easy for these receivers, to complete these passes, man. They were right in the bucket. Right in the bucket. 450 yards in the air. Come on, man. There ain't no way we not gonna talk about what he did all four quarters. And I know ain't no way we not gonna talk about what he did in all four quarters and then talk about, the hiccups and overtime. Yes, it sucks. Yes, you gotta have better and smart decisions in those moments. We can't negate that. But he had such a phenomenal game that it was such a small, you know, sprinkle of the whole game. Like I can't even I can't even think too much about that when I seen what I seen from him.
Once again, night and day from week one. Night
Yes.
and day from week one. So the only thing we can hope for, and once again, is he gonna do exactly the same performance? I wouldn't suggest it. Definitely don't bank on 450 yards. The guy, I think that's the second most passing yards in his career. Like we saw a career day from Russell Wilson, and if people were gonna think that we were gonna get that at a late stage, Russell Wilson, I'll be telling you you're lying, man. But he did put that performance up. Sneaking into next week, man. I wanted to be able to talk about and unpack, the Cowboys game, but ultimately I wanted to move past it. That game had me stuck all the rest of Sunday and Monday,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
even rubbed off on my Yankees, man. My Yankees lost that same day, so yeah, I just wanted to get past that day. We got the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. That's our next. We're going against the Swifties. And keeping on the topic of Russell Wilson, man, what do you expect him to do against this Chiefs defense? Now, I pulled it up real quick just to allude to it. This is probably the best defense we faced so far when you think about the Chiefs defense overall. Now, I can blow it up bigger a little bit. That's a little bit better. Right now, we got the Chiefs ranked 13th in total defense, allowing only 5 touchdowns, 305 yards a game. That's passing and rushing. Passing defense, the Chiefs are right in the middle of the pack, 15, allowing 199 yards. And rushing defense, the team is ranked 15th as well. So pretty average defense, but what it grades out total, factoring in the
Can
scoring,
where are we on
they're
this
top
list?
there. Do you want to know where we are? Do you want me to?
I really want to know. I'm curious. Woo! And that is in what category right there?
That is total
In
defense.
totality? Oh,
Totality.
totality. Okay.
Passing defense, 29th. Improvement there, right? A little better than last. Rushing defense, bottom of the league once again. Scoring defense, 27th. We're tied with the same guys we just faced. This game is going to be an outlier because I don't think there's going to be a lot of games like that
Yeah.
this year where we both put up 40 points. But I don't know if did you think we are going to be higher?
Oh no, no. But I mean, honestly, I really don't care too much after 2 games.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
it's whatever. But I will tell you this, man, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw this out there. I think we win this game.
Man,
I think we win this game. This is gonna be our first home game of the season, man. A lot of people like this is everybody's been home. It feels like everybody's know
yeah.
what it feels like to play in front of their home crowd. Not us, not us. So I'm excited for us to have the Chiefs as the home opener. I'm excited for it to be a Sunday night football, and I'm excited to know that the Chiefs are exactly what I've been saying all off season. I mean, this is what I love about you know getting this on file, so you could actually go see my older videos to see what I've said. I consistently said the Chiefs are notorious for starting off slow. Now, just hopefully we are catching the wind of that right there. I don't need them to pick it up on us. And I'm not trying to add fuel to the fire either. I was at the gym earlier today, and they literally was saying that the title was "Are the Chiefs some cheeks?" And I'm like, "Whoa! Like, stop putting fuel on the fire here. Like,
Yeah,
just
literally.
leave it." But I really do think that, man, if we build off of this Dallas game, and that is why this Dallas game, yeah, it hurt that we lost, right? But the good thing about it is, I feel like there was a lot of good that we can build off from. So I do think that it is possible for us to definitely win this game versus the Chiefs. And I know a lot of people they it may sound crazy to them, but I really got us winning this game, man. And don't be shocked if we do.
That would be huge. That would be huge. I'm gonna need some time to sit down and kind of see what injuries come through before I make a prediction. It's a lot to ask. I think it's crazy because Pat Mahomes hasn't lost 3 games in a row in his career, and dating back since the Super Bowl, now he's lost 3 games in a row. So I hate that we're coming off of it. I wish if they were able to sneak out one, maybe we can do it. Them going down 0-3 is crazy, but I mean, I would never thought they were 0-2 after facing the Chargers and the Eagles. I will say, if there's a version of the Chiefs team that I would want to face, it is this one. They're without
Yeah.
Rasheed Rice. Their wide receiver, second year wide receiver Xavier Worthy's out. I don't know if he's going to be out for this game, but he's been out the last 2 games after getting hurt in the first one. This is the version of the Chiefs I would want to face. So if there is a time to beat them, I think the time would be now. Shout out to JT in the building, man. Yo, Big Blue. We unpacked the Cowboys game. We're moving past it. JT, we're here to talk about the Chiefs a little bit now.
But I do want to add. I do want to add too. It's like I think Dallas offense, as it stands in just this short span of time, looked a lot more dangerous than what the Chiefs offense has looked like.
Oh yeah, I can I
So I
can co-sign
mean,
on that too.
yeah. So I mean, let's go. Let's
Yeah,
go. I'm
we
not
know.
again. I'm going in the game humbly. Like I'm not going to pull any fuel on the fire, but I do think that we could pull it out.
Yeah, we know they got Pat Mahomes on that side, but their other weapons are just mid, man. They really are just mid. We'll see if Xavier Worthy's back. If Rasheed Rice was in there, Rasheed Rice is that type of receiver in my opinion. Not saying he's top 10 in the league, but he's pretty good and they utilize him pretty well. So we're not facing him. I want to talk about the defensive matchup a little bit though, because that is what worries me. The
Yeah,
offense got to score points again, right? We saw they can score against the Cowboys. The Chiefs with Steve Spagnuolo, former defensive coordinator for the Giants. He's been there for a long time now. They have that defense always set, and they're going to be looking to exploit, things that we can't get going on. Chris Jones has been looking like Chris Jones to start the season. I was critical of Dexter Lawrence these last 2 weeks. I think he had a better performance against the Cowboys. He's just not walking away with sacks. He just hasn't sacked the quarterback just yet. There's some clips going on with him getting one-on-one blocked by their rookie Tyler Booker. I don't like to see that. I don't think anyone on this planet should be able to, block Dexter Lawrence one-on-one. Have you seen that? If you haven't, I'm gonna send it to you.
I haven't. I was doing an NFC East stream last night and they brought it up,
They
but I
brought it
haven't
up.
seen it.
I gotta send it to you. I don't like to see that, and I'm not gonna pull it up on stream either. We're not clipping that. I don't like to see that. I need Dexter Lawrence showing stuff, but Chris Jones has been playing like Chris Jones recently. And after facing the Eagles and facing the Chargers, I think this is probably their easiest offense to go up against. But we need to see them continue to play their game. I don't want to see what we saw week 1 against the Commanders. Whatever they were trying to cook up, they burn it. They burn it up. It was not good food. Keep that away.
Right.
Cook up what you
Yeah.
did against the Cowboys and continue to attack downfield. I personally don't care. Once again, I don't care who's guarding Malik Neighbors. It doesn't matter who's on that other side of the ball. And for the Chiefs, I think McDuffie is their featured corner out there. He kind of plays in the slot, but they might want to put him on Neighbors. I don't care who it is. Continue to target Neighbors down the field. Continue to be aggressive in that manner. And I think
Yep.
we could, reap rewards overall. Shout out to my guy Paul, and you alluded to this on the stream as well. Dex looks way out of shape. TP was given it. He was explaining from his perspective as well as a new father. Maybe he picked up a couple pounds as his wife was pregnant, eating too. So
Yeah, I'm
you
telling you.
might have. I'm telling you, we talked some good stuff on that midweek podcast,
I'm
man. We
telling
really
you.
did.
Yeah, man. I definitely think there's some truth, man. Because I called it in the off season, and I'm gonna actually do my own research. I'm gonna look at the stream that I really bought it up on, because I said this way in the off season when I got my first sighting of Dex, and I said, man, Dex looked like he gained some weight, and nobody was really talking about it.
Mhm.
I'm like, yo, he just looked like he a lot bigger, but it's Dex, so I didn't really pay too much attention to it. And now it's seeing it is just, you could kind of see like, yeah, the man is tired out there, man. That's a lot of cargo, man, he's dealing with. So
That is a
yeah.
lot of cargo. The guy's been athletic his whole career, but listen, I don't think we should balloon him up even more. So
Yeah.
don't know if we'll ever get the answer on that, how much heavier he is, but I just need to see him complete plays. I think his pressure, he's pressuring the quarterback a bit. He's putting the stress on the O line, but we need to see him complete plays. That's what made him Dex. That's what made him Dex. When he's not a merchant of pressuring the quarterback, he's a merchant of making the quarterback come down to the ground. 8.5 sacks at D tackle position is special, and he has none to his name at the moment. 2 games in though, 2 games in, no better situation or no better game to do it on Sunday Night Football against the Chiefs. So
Yeah.
matchup with the Chiefs, man. So we will continue to unpack it overall throughout the week. TP away the Giant. Obviously, you're going to do it on your channel. I'm going to do it on mine. But if you're looking at one key thing, one key matchup you're looking at with this game, what is that one matchup you're kind of looking forward to seeing?
I'm gonna double down what I've been saying all stream and basically all year so far, man, is coaching. Coaching. We cannot be out coached, and it cannot look like a landslide of out coaching at that. Kafka, I have more faith in. He has shown me that he can get into a bag. He can, he's the prodigy of what the Chiefs, have going on. He's a prodigy of that. He came from the Chiefs. I believe Kafka can cook something up to help us, stay in position and win this game. But most importantly, Shane Bowen, man, this is the second game where I have not been impressed by his work. We have the players. I don't want to hear we don't have the roster. We have them. I need Coach Shane Bowen to not be so bullheaded and just do what seems to be the obvious thing to do, man. Let our best players be the best players out there. Go send those dogs, make Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable, and I believe we could get the job done with doing that. So my main matchup is coach on coach. Let's see, especially what Shane Bowen does.
I think Paul asked a perfect question on time. How fast would you guys have pulled Hudson if you were the head coach?
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
I,
Because to be honest with you, if I was the head coach, first of all, he wouldn't have started the Washington game.
yeah,
He wouldn't have started the Washington game. But let's say he does start the Washington game. He damn sure is not starting the Dallas game. We all knew Marcus. I don't even want to get on that.
yeah. We all
But
knew
thank you,
Marcus Bo
Paul.
was better. I'll finish it for you. Marcus Bo was better, and he stepped in and really plugged the hole well. Like he really did a great job. But I think we all it's crazy because I was reacting as I was watching it, and I'm like, everybody probably has the same reaction as me. I'm just like, get this bum off the field. Get him off the field. When Wandale gets down to the 2, then he's
Yes.
shoving a player 15 yards. But then
Yes.
that's not where it ends. False start the very next play. Get this guy out of here. And he gave up a sack on the same drive too. He's dog water. And that's something I tweeted. Once again, follow me on Twitter if you haven't, or on X, the juke underscore underscore. I tweeted Joe Shane paid this guy. We didn't draft him, which he would have drafted him. He wasn't inherited. He paid this guy. That has to be a blemish on his record. And regardless, right? He's a backup. We're not supposed to see him consistently. He got real money to be on this team. And look at what he's doing on the field. Trash. Absolute trash. It's terrible. Marcus Bo did look a lot better though. And this is another thing. I didn't drop it on my reaction. And I commented on myself. I'm like, I don't know how I forgot to mention it. We haven't mentioned it yet. 21 penalties is insane.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
21 penalties is insane. You talked about it when it comes to coaching. It is coaching. You coach those type of things. 21 penalties. And now I will say that's something I'm looking forward to. And it seems like a cop out. I want to see what the refs are looking like on Sunday Night Football. We know it's prime time. I say that to say I don't believe the Giants should have been flagged 21 times.
Oh,
It's still out of
definitely not.
pocket for the Giants, but 21 was ridiculous. You saw Andrew Phillips get flagged for that tackle on CD. What is that? The roughing the passer, Roy Robertson Harris, right after the ball's delivered, he even doesn't even fully land on Dak and it gets called.
Terrible,
So
man.
Sunday Night Football, normally you have a better cast because it's, once again, out in
Prime
front of
time.
everybody, the national audience. But still, way too many penalties. They said it was a franchise high yards, 160 yards of penalties. That's crazy. To expect to win that game after doing that, it's hard to win. It's really hard to win.
No, it definitely. I definitely seen a lot of Jerry Jones money being out there displayed with these refs because there was some terrible calls. But to be honest with you, as a Giant fan, I'm used to these refs
Yeah,
refing these games the way they do, and it's getting sad, man. It's getting sad. I see my man Cav Dot saying the same thing. Like it is really just terrible. We they at times, man, they really take the air out of just football, man. Like our defense is playing physical, playing the way we want them to play, and it's just bad, man. But ultimately, got to play through it when you are a New York Giant, man. That's just the
yeah.
way it is.
Literally. Paul saying Malik is the baddest cat in the alley. He's the best wide receiver in the league. Listen, I was telling everyone I think he emerges in that top 4, top 3 conversation this year. And I think after a performance like that, you got to include him in it. You have to. If there's one thing I'm looking at, I don't care what that defense is rolling out there. We got to get Malik Neighbors the ball, and he needs to
Yep,
have over 100 yards. At
yep.
least. The guy is that type of player that he needs to be featured consistently. And most likely, if the guy is not having a great game, the Giants are probably not having a great game. It's unfortunate to say that, but when you look around the league, players and teams have playmakers. They have playmakers. They have to get the ball in their hands and ultimately let them go to work. The first time in his career, listen, I'm having flashbacks of those 2 touchdowns. The first time in the man's career that he got those deep touchdowns consistently and deep passes consistently. He worked Trayvon, man. He really did. Even on those other plays, he worked Trayvon, and I knew that was going to happen. So it feels good when you got a guy. We just got to win. We
I
got
had
to
a
freaking win,
I had
man.
a Dallas fan told me, oh yeah, I like the fact that Diggs, man, he just played because you could see he was limping throughout the game. And I'm like, yeah,
Stop it.
I was saying I'll be limping too if I was getting cooked the way the way Malik was doing out there. I would have been acting hurt too.
Nah, that limping. Nah, that's crazy. That's one way to cope. I tell you that, and that's why even I don't know if he's in the building. Johnny Woods. Once again, shout out to you for being a Cowboys fan, saying something good, saying we're gonna be a good team. But that DB room does worry me. Deron Bland, their best corner, wasn't playing, but that's not changing the outcome. You still got the other side of the field
Man,
looking
don't worry
nasty.
me. I love it. I hope they stay where they at.
Yeah. I honestly feel like when the open market hit, we should try to get an MLB. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. Middle linebacker. It's gonna be tough, man. I mean, I don't see us trading for a guy, especially if we're not in a position to keep Carter rushing. I feel like Shane doesn't know how to use them. That's
That's
one
a
thing that we
fact.
talked about, right? I wanted to see those three guys be on the field a lot more. That first sack that we had against, Dak, that's when all four guys were on the field. Dex, Abdul, Brian, and KT. So I will say he's trying to find his way to navigate using Abdul Carter a bit. We seen him at the linebacker. He wasn't playing exclusively, but we talked about it. He ended up being a linebacker in certain plays and just blitzing in the A gap. I do want to see him on the outside more, though. I really do.
I honestly think Coach Shane Bowen doesn't put them on the field together because he wants to have more credit. If he puts them out there on the field, I think that it takes away from, I guess, what he believes him as a defensive mind because there's just it's just not adding up. That's the only thing that I could really think of. Like I
Mm,
think he's just ego driven and that he just wants to look like a better defensive coordinator than he actually is, rather than just doing the obvious, putting them all out there, putting Dex like getting him out the three tech, like, and just having him play the game. But hey, I don't get paid to run this defense. I'm gonna just
yeah.
sit here and critique the guys that do. Unfortunately,
No one's talking about Bo. That was a big reason why them deep shots were there. We just talked about Bo for a second, but yeah, he did a great job. I will say Bo looked really good. I still want to see Andrew Thomas out there, though. I really do. And Paul saying you don't pick Carter at number 3 overall for him to be a spot player. I 100% agree. The guy's supposed to be a transcending player that needs to be on the field rushing the passer. So we drafted him for.
hey, I'm
We're,
gonna
we're
be
about to
honest
head
with
out.
you.
What were
Well,
you
real
going to say? Go
quick,
ahead.
just to this last point, because the Marcus Mimbo thing, like again, this is just me. If I was a coach, if Andrew Thomas gets back, I'm seeing Andrew Thomas at the left tackle, Mimbo at the right tackle, and I'm putting Jermaine Illuminor on the inside.
Hmm.
And I feel like that would definitely upgrade this offensive line. But
I I like it. I do. I don't see him doing it though.
hell no, of course
I
they
don't
can't
see
even
him
get
doing
we
it
can't
though,
even get
man.
Abdul Carter to rush the quarterback. Of course
Yeah,
we,
yeah. I hate it though. I hate it, but I
yeah,
do I do like it. I do like it. Cause I do think people forget that, man. Illuminor was brought in to be a guard. It was supposed to be Evan Neal at right tackle. Illuminor was supposed to be the guard. Evan Neal went down, and then you saw Illuminor step up as right tackle. So I think there's a world where we could see that happen. I don't think they'll pull that trigger, unfortunately. But Bo looked good, man. He looked good at left tackle. And it's good because he played right tackle in college. So for him to be able to step over as left tackle and kind of plug it up once again against a better edge rusher, it might be a different conversation. But ultimately the guy stepped up,
yep,
literally.
yep,
We're about to head out of here in a second, man.
yes sir.
I gave a small clip I asked you on your stream, so I'm gonna ask you again on my stream now. Daniel Jones is 2-0.
Yeah,
2-0
buddy.
for the Indianapolis Colts.
I tell you,
Indiana Jones. At this point,
Indiana
if this keeps
Jones.
going, I'm gonna keep asking you because I
Yeah,
will
hey
say if
man,
there was anyone talking about Daniel Jones last year, it was you. So I'm gonna keep asking you, man. What are your
listen.
thoughts and how much longer do you see this going on?
For those who don't know, man, like I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've been called all different types of names. I've been called, I'm not even gonna repeat them, but just know I've been called all types of crazy for my Daniel Jones takes. And again, I mean, I've said this multiple times. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I think that Daniel Jones is like the greatest quarterback in the world or anything like that. But I've consistently said that Daniel Jones isn't as bad as the narrative is spread to believe. Now, I mean, it is proven right now. As of right now, it is proven that he just could not be the scapegoat over two things. One, he is over there cooking with the Colts. The week one, everybody tried to get me with the, oh, he played Miami. Wait till he plays the Broncos. Cook some more. Meanwhile, we're looking like what my man said earlier, the same old Giants, right? You can't blame Daniel Jones anymore. So now who is in the spotlight? Me personally, that is why any chance that I get, I am going to shine the light on this coaching staff. You can't hide no more. So again, even back there, I have a game worn Daniel Jones towel because I appreciate the man. I've always seen through the BS. And so I'm happy for Daniel Jones, man. Keep killing.
Crazy, man. I'm sitting here laughing. I'm not laughing at you, TP. I'm laughing because I can't help but laugh. If you were to tell me, man, that's crazy. Towel straight from Daniel Jones. If you were going to tell me that Daniel Jones, after being cut from the team last year, would be starting for another team and leading his team to be 2-0, his team hasn't punted in the first 2 weeks. They have not punted. Man,
Man,
we have block punts and block kicks going on when he's on our team, and the team's not punting. It's crazy. And I'm trust me, for anyone that's watching that doesn't want to hear about Daniel Jones, I'm not. This is not gonna be a Daniel Jones topic every week until it ends. Until it ends.
word.
When he loses,
Word.
that's when it'll be over with. Because I don't talk about other teams or players. We talk ball for the most part, but it's just ironic. It's ironic, but
Hey,
it might
man.
not be as ironic as you think. Because, like you said, man, the coaching staff. What's the common denominator right now?
Look, I'm never lying. Sometimes defiant. All right. Sometimes defiant. I go against the grain a little bit, but I'm never lying to y'all. That's all I can say.
Crazy. It's crazy, man. Yeah, man. Had to touch on that real quick. And last thing, Cap Dot saying, all I'm gonna say is the offense has arrived. The defense got to step up, but we aren't the only 0-2 team. Also, the Chiefs are too. Try to be 1-2 after this game. Well said, my guy.
Yes.
Well said.
Yes.
I
Yep.
100% agree, man. We're going. That's another week of Big Blue crossover, week 3, man. We're gonna do this every week. Next week, we're gonna be on my guy TP Way the Giants YouTube channel. That's gonna be TP Way the Giant on YouTube. Search it up in the search bar; it'll be there. I definitely got to do a better job at posting it in the link in the description. But he's been on the channel before. You're gonna see him a lot more. We're rotating every week. Big Blue crossover, man. You got any last final thoughts before we sign off on here, man?
Look, man, just nobody get out the car just yet, man. Just really understand that it's only week two. And just keep bringing New York Giant energy, man. I really do hope that we bring the crowd out in our first home game of the season. I understand, it is disheartening and where we at right now. I mean, 0-2 is definitely not a comfortable feeling, especially in the fashions that we are losing. But
Yeah,
again, it's just week two. I really do believe, again, I'm gonna say it again, I think that we are going to beat the Chiefs. So I hope that we just, take advantage of the fact of it being our home opener. And let's see, man. Let's see how this thing pans out. Again, let's build off of the good that we did see in Dallas, and we'll go from there, man. Fee fi fo fum.
100%, man. Are you gonna be watching the game Sunday night? Are you working that day or?
I'm off. I'm off. I'll be tuned in the comfort of my own home. Speakers all the way up. Ready to rock.
Hey, pitching it out there, man. So one of us got to go live after the game. We might have to. We're gonna see.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
off that
yeah.
night too.
I'll be
So
live. Yep.
hey,
Let's do it.
We pitching it for sure. We're gonna
All right.
jump on one of our channels. You gonna see us live after that game Sunday night. For anyone that's going to the game, comment below. Let us know because Sunday night football is dope. But and also against Pat Mahomes and the bright lights. That's gonna be a good game, man. It should be a dope game.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
for
Yep.
sure. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. That is week 3 of
Yes,
Big Blue
sir.
Crossover. We're going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.